Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Philippine Pageantry TPP News Live. I am Tristan Francisco, live from Makati City, Philippines.
And I'm Gerard Louis Viva, reporting straight from Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam.
Good evening, everyone, again. Today is June 21, 2020, Sunday.
And here are stories for this week. Kagandahang Flores, Cebu's Jonas Borges died from COVID-19, and online necrological services will happen tonight. Miss Columbia's leg amputated. Annular solar eclipse seen in the Philippines. Papa's Boy video for Father's Day and Pride Month premiered. Mr. Canada stranded in the Philippines. Maria Ressa's guilty convictions, pageantry connections. And watch and win Bragai's pageant shoes. And here are stories. Tristan?
Yes. Today, June 21, we have here on our TPP News Live some important beauty queens and beauty queen maker, because the Philippine pageantry have lost someone very dear to all of us in
Yes.
the industry.
So,
All Philippine pageantry is in mourning as we all lost KF Cebu's Jonas Borges, who died last June 16, 2020.
mhm.
We have here, we will have in a short while Kagandang Flores, Rodin Gilbert Flores, and right now we have Miss Intercontinental 2014 runner-up and Queen of Asia.
Mhm.
Guys, let's all welcome Miss Stephanie Johnson. Hello.
Hello, good evening, everyone.
Hello, Stephanie. Good evening.
Hi, good evening.
Hi. First, condolences, Stephanie, to all the other Cebu beauty queens.
Mhm.
And can you tell us more about your memories and the words that you can give as tribute to Mr. Jonas Borges?
It's been so hard kasi it's very unbelievable and it's unreal that you just don't want to believe it kasi hindi mo man lang siya nakita. I never have seen Mommy Jonas weak, or when he's sick, he just doesn't act like he's sick.
Mhm.
Suddenly we just got a call na he has been in the hospital for weeks with severe pneumonia,
Mhm.
and just instantly our instinct was to do whatever we can to help Mommy Jonas, and just really hope na he will stay. Sobrang daming nagmamahal ni Mommy Jonas kasi sobrang dami namin at that time. We were on calls and different calls. We just really tried our best, but sobrang hirap ngayon because we can't even console each other. We can't hug each other. We don't even
Yes.
see each other. It's a different time, and we're trying to just celebrate the life of Mommy Jonas instead, kasi we know that ayaw ni Mommy Jonas yung sad kami, especially now na he would be the cause of our tears. Parang ganon. So later on, we're gonna be celebrating the life of our dear Mommy Jonas.
Yes, I
And
believe that there will be an online
yes,
ecological services at
yes,
8:30, and that we will also feature that here tonight.
mm-mm.
Just can you bring
Yes.
us to the story of how you were connected at first with Jonas Borges?
I first met Mommy Jonas back in 2008 when we were doing the pre-activities for Miss Cebu. That was the first time I met Mommy Jonas. Yes. Um, my manager that time was the one who brought me and introduced me to Miss Cebu. And diba, with us, we have that alaga
Yes,
for
a
a
lot.
pageant alaga. Mommy
Mm-hmm.
Jonas at that time had a different alaga, but he never treated me differently. He loved me still, would still take care of me, would do my makeup with no questions asked.
Mm-hmm.
Then came 2009 when Miss Cebu, the whole pageant finished, and I won Miss Cebu. Miss Cebu, the winners of Miss Cebu would work closely with Mommy Jonas kasi yung salon niya sponsors the Miss Cebu winners.
Mm,
And
okay.
then it just, even after I turned over my crown, years after that, it became a habit na magpunta sa salon ni Mommy Jonas and just to
Mm-hmm.
visit Mommy Jonas. And um it was in 2013 yata nung like he was injecting some ideas of me
Mm-hmm.
joining Binibining Pilipinas or a national pageant. And um ag- para sa akin, I didn't want to join anymore. Parang I said na retire na ako from the pageant industry. But Mommy Jonah said na parang, why don't you give it, a shot for the last time? And so I did. And I don't regret it. Every step of the way, Mommy Jonas was always there. He guided me from the start till I turned over my crown, until different girls, presented themselves to represent Cebu. Mommy
Mm-hmm.
Jonas was very selfless and very genuine. Talagang he just wants to help the girl, and yung price niya and what he just wants in return is to see the girl doing well and to see
Mm-hmm.
the girl successful.
Okay.
And yeah, actually, in his last days, naipadama niyo naman kasi for sure, kasi base sa kwento mo kanina, when you found out like days before na he was, or weeks ata, right? Na
Mm-hmm.
he's bedridden and he's sick. Di ba, sabi nyo, parang nataranta kayo and you try to do whatever you guys can. So, can you tell us a little background of that story?
Unfortunately, for most of us, we found out a day before his passing na.
Mm-hmm.
Um, he it's just very typical of Mommy Jonas na he doesn't want us to get worried, especially when it's about him. We were trying to call him, trying to, we wanted him to move to a different hospital. Just, whatever we could think of. Sobrang, so many things were getting in our head now. We had to talk to different people, talk to doctors. But Mommy Jonas insisted that he would just stay in that hospital and seek treatment in that hospital.
Mm-hmm.
And we're very grateful naman kasi they did take good care of Mommy Jonas. The day we found out, sobrang, I don't know, I just really can't explain it anymore. But it's just so weird because this is a virus that we don't really know. We don't have a cure,
Mm-hmm.
and we don't even have a
Yes.
vaccine of it yet. So when we find out that someone has that kind of virus, you just don't really know. You don't know how to react. You don't know what to do. You can't
Mm-hmm.
even console yourself because it's something new.
And we just want to
Um,
reach to that person, but we can't because of what's happening,
yeah,
right?
we really tried to call mommy. And ayaw niya kasi
Mm-hmm.
from what I know is he was having a hard time breathing na. Or I mean
Okay.
he could still talk, he was still conscious. He seemed okay. But his oxygen levels were down.
Mm-hmm.
So he gets tired easily with whatever movement he would do. So we just said na we opted to let mommy rest instead. But just things didn't go so well after that with Mommy Jonas.
Stephanie, before we
Yes.
bring Mr. Rodgil Flores here in our live now, can you tell us more about this picture that we're seeing on the screen right now?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, this was the moment na he was teasing me about joining the pageant. I
Mm-hmm.
think we had an event in SM Cebu. This when this picture was taken, he did my makeup. But while he was doing the makeup, he was teasing me about, joining the national pageant. I think Ange Gomez was in this photo also, and I
Yeah.
think she recently won the
Mm-hmm.
international. Yes,
Yes.
this one.
Yeah,
This
that's one,
Yes.
the
photo.
one. Yeah.
And I think
Gerard,
she
can you
recently
identify this
won that
queen?
international. Sorry.
Si Gerard, can you
Oh.
identify these queens, Gerard?
I'm not pretty sure.
Yes.
Siyempre siya si Chris Stephanie nandun sa left side.
Is that Eva? Is that Eva?
That's Eva.
No, it's
Yes, that's
Eva.
Oh,
Eva.
Yeah, just
that's
Eva. Yeah.
Eva. Then
Yes.
that's
Angeli
Claudette.
Gomez.
Angeli
Uh,
Gomez. Yeah, Angeli Gomez. Miss Tourism
Yeah.
International.
Angeli Gomez, Mr. Tourism
Yes.
International.
Yeah, Miss
Okay,
Tourism
Chris
International.
Stephanie, before we continue this,
Mm-hmm.
let's welcome Mr. Rogin Flores. Hi, Tito Rogil. Yes,
Hello.
yes, Tito Rogil. We have Chris Stephanie Jansen. This is Gerard from Vietnam. And then
Hello,
we're
sir. Good
discussing.
evening.
Yes, can you hear us?
Sir Rogel.
Yeah, I think he can hear us. Hello. So before we ask questions to Mr. Roger Flores, yes, I think he's having some technical
Just,
difficulties.
Jason, I have a question to Chris Stephanie.
Yes.
So, dun sa pageant journey mo, which
Mm-mm.
lesson that that you learned from Mr. Jonas as your mom, yes, your second mom, yeah, so to speak. So, ano yung lesson na parang natutunan mo from him na you will, bring it all throughout?
More than a lesson, I guess
Mhm.
it's how he was as a person na parang sobrang generous niya. Like,
Mhm.
unconditional talaga siya magmahal ng isang tao. And it's such a blessing to be considered as someone close to Mommy Jonas na,
Mhm.
even after the pageant, I would call Mommy Jonas na, Mommy, I have an event. Can you help me with this? Can you help me with that? And he would always say yes. Never did I hear mommy say no unless it would be like an event na parang, Mommy, sama naman ako sa inyo. Like, can you make me a
Mhm.
judge? Tapos sabi niya, wag na nak, it's mababa lang yung budget, ganyan,
Yeah.
ganyan.
Okay.
Like with me and the other girls, we don't really mind about that. We
Mhm.
enjoy just being with each other. So,
Yeah.
we would say na, okay lang yan, Mommy, basta kasama tayo lahat, blah, blah, blah. Mommy Jonas just really takes good care of people. And that's something I would want and I
Mhm.
would, pay it forward.
Yeah, yeah. That's the lesson that you learn. Being generous. And
Super, super.
another question. Yung last time na nagkausap kayo ni Mama Jonas, when was that? Before he got hospitalized? Nagkausap ba
I think
kayo bago mangyari yun? Or...
Yeah, kasi before the whole coronavirus thing happened
Mhm.
in the world, I would just randomly call and message Mommy Jonas and ask him what he's doing.
Mhm.
And most of the time, he's just in his shop. And
Mhm.
when I do find out that he is in his shop, pupunta lang ako doon with, just do nothing. And then
Mhm.
biglang, Mommy, kain tayo. That's
Mhm.
how we would bond.
Yeah.
Kakain lang, just, and then sasabihin niya, okay, let's go to this, they have good food here. We
Mhm.
enjoy just hanging out and just eat.
So, ano yung napag-usapan nyo? Meron ba kayong specific thing na napag-usapan
The last time I was
the
with
last
Mommy
time?
Jonas, I think, I don't quite remember kasi
Mhm.
we just, Mommy Jonas loves to laugh.
Mhm.
And yun, minsan he feels awkward when the situation is quite serious tapos nagpapatawa na lang siya.
Mhm.
And that's why I love hanging out with Mommy Jo kasi sobrang tawa lang kami ng tawa.
Magaan lang kasama.
Magaan
Super,
kasama.
and I don't even quite remember kung ano yung pinagtatawanan namin. But I know na yun, lagi lang kaming tumatawa.
Yeah.
Actually,
Okay.
Gerard, madami talagang bukod kay Miss Chris Stephanie,
Mhm.
din natulungan at naano niya rin si Miss
Yeah,
International natin 2017.
si
Cynthia
Cynthia
Tomalia,
Tomalia, yeah. Even
diba?
si Eva Patalinhog, Binibining Pilipinas
Eva.
2018, yeah, Eva, who competed in Myanmar. At saka napansin mo, parang lagi siyang naandon pag may competition. I mean,
Yes.
He
I
was
saw him
always present.
I saw him
Uh,
in Araneta when Gazzini won, and he was
mhm.
really very ecstatic. And
And
then
he
for
even
him to
went to
finally win
Atlanta.
and want to win
Mm.
Philippines
Yeah.
first title again, di ba?
Yeah, seeing a Cebuana
Yes.
in in Miss Universe, right? So even in Miss
Mm-mm.
Universe, nandun din siya eh.
Mm-mm.
Here's Jamie Harrell for Miss Earth 2014,
Sir,
right?
Miss
di ba? Talagang
Earth.
international title holders. Of
Mm-hmm.
course, ang
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
one of the beautiful, Pilipinas Miss Universe Philippines.
yeah, Gazzini.
Mm-mm.
Okay,
So, Tito Rogel, can you hear us?
Tito
I think,
Rojo.
yes.
Yeah,
Can
here.
you hear us, Mr. Flores? No, actually, the situation is nakakalungkot na babalikan natin ang alaala ng isang taong naging malapit or tumulong sa atin,
Mm-mm.
diba? Kahit ano pang industry ito, lalo na dito sa industry natin sa pageantry sa Pilipinas, talagang mahirap makahanap ng totoong tao, ng totoong
Mhm.
kaibigan, at ng totoong tutulong sa'yo nang wala talagang selfish reasons eh. Kagaya ng kinuwento mo kanina kay Stephanie, hindi naman ikaw yung
Mm-mm.
alaga niya originally, right?
Yes, yes.
At pinakita niya pa rin yung pag-care niya bilang Mama Jonas kahit na bago pa lang kayong
Mm-mm.
kakilala at that
Mm-mm.
time.
Super, super. Pag may mga events, and then especially after Miss Cebu, I would clearly remember, lagi niyang sinasabi, alam ko alam ko
Mhm.
talaga ikaw yung mananalo, pero okay na din, I'm happy that it's you. And you could feel his sincerity, and that's what I love about Mommy Jo.
Mhm.
Alam mo, Gerard, yang si Mr.
Yes.
Stephanie Johnson,
Mhm.
bukod sa talagang nasaktan tayong lahat noong nangyari sa kanya sa Miss Intercontinental. Diba?
Yeah.
Actually, there's a funny story eh. Both of us were on our way to
New
New York.
York.
It was like 2017, right? Or
Yes,
2018?
yes. Or
2018,
18.
2018,
Yes.
yes. And we had a stopover in Canada. And then she was sitting in front of me. Eh, sabi ko, maganda to, maganda siya. Sabi
Mhm.
ko, sabi nung kasama ko, sabi nung ayan no, pwede sa Pilipinas. And then, I was looking at her. She didn't have any makeup on. She was just so fresh. She looked so young, di
Mhm.
ba? And then, until I realized who she was. Sabi
Yes.
ko, ganun siguro yung nakita ni Jonas Morses sa'yo, na
Yeah.
talagang kahit it's like 4 years after you competed, talagang ang kita pa rin yung ganda mo, yung natural beauty mo na ngayon isa sa mga kino-consider na talagang
Actually, di ba Tristan, you even changed your profile photo with her sa Facebook.
I think so. Kasi I
Yeah,
was
you
surprised
changed your profile photo with, of course,
kasi
Stephanie.
kasi
So,
it was
you
funny
know.
kasi
Thank you.
sabi ko kasi noon, sabi ko, pwede siyang sumali, maganda siya, kasi makeup and everything. But then again, biglang
Mhm.
sabi ko, teka, excuse me, miss, si Stephanie ka ba? Ganun kagad.
Oo.
Yeah. So ayun, it was funny. So ano yung mga funny moments na naalala mo about Mr. Jonas Borses, Mami Jonas Borses?
Sobrang dami talaga. I cannot like even count it. But one of the few moments na I really enjoyed, um, we were at an event. Tapos, after the event, sabi ko, Mommy, gutom ako, let's eat after the event. I think it was in Talisay or something. Tapos
Mhm.
sabi, okay, sige, kain tayo, may alam akong restaurant. And it was like 1 a.m. But sabi, sige, ako bahala. Sama natin lahat who wants to come with us, ganyan. So we drove. It's like being in Makati. No, it's like being in Parañaque. And
Mhm.
then he would be like, sige, malapit lang to, ganyan. And you find yourself in Quezon City at 1 in the morning.
Grabe yung
Kasi
bonding niyo talaga.
he loves to drive.
Mhm.
That's how he relaxes it. Tapos when we got there, he just ordered whatever. And then I remember saying, Mami, ang dami naman nito, ganyan. It was just like pancit canton,
Mhm.
sisig, yung mga late night munch na ganon.
Yes,
Baka
yes.
naman,
He ordered so
baka
much.
sinasabotahe kayo para patabain kayo dahil ang gaganda niyo pa rin eh.
That's the thing with Mommy Jonas. Like, pag nasa shop niya, magte-training, ang dami niyang ino-order na pagkain.
Mhm.
But when he sees us eating, pinapunish niya kami with like the workouts or the duck walks. Tapos after training naman, sasabihin niya, "Hoy, sige, kain ka. Pagod na pagod. Kain ka muna, kain ka muna. I'll take you home. Promise. Just kain." Ganyan, ganyan. And that's what I love about Mommy. Sobrang ano talaga siya. Very caring, very motherly
So,
talaga si Mommy Jonas.
napagalitan ka ba niya before during the trainings? Kasi, di ba yung mga coaches, mahigpit sila. How was he as a trainer, as a coach?
I think hindi niya ako napagalitan because he could sense how stressed I was already when I was competing with when I was still competing in 2014, even during the national pageant pa lang. I never resigned from my job yet.
Okay. So, na-manage mo yon, na-balance mo yon.
Yeah, every weekend I had to fly back to Cebu to work and finish whatever I can for that. The whole week I missed. So, pag, like, he would ask me na parang, "Are you free? Are you done with work?" Ganyan, ganyan. And then I would say, "Yeah, mommy, I'm free." And then that's when he would tell me na, "Sige, ano muna tayo, training muna tayo, ganito muna tayo, or practice muna sa talent competition, blah, blah, blah." But the whole time, hindi niya ako napagalitan because he was very considerate of my situation at that moment also.
So talagang nanay na nanay talaga. Na
Yeah,
Super
motherly.
talaga.
Motherly.
Alaga ng nanay na talaga papakainin kayong marami. But at the same time, teka, nakakalimutan yung trabaho nyo or something.
Yeah, that's so true. And Mommy Jonas did not only love me because I was the baby, I was a beauty queen. He loved like my whole family also. Pag ano, like may mga events sa bahay niya or sa salon niya, I take my mom with me or my cousins. He doesn't treat them differently. He treats them as his family with arms wide open. And that's what I love about Mommy Jo. And that's what I'm really gonna miss about Mommy Jonas.
Actually, medyo mabigat sa dibdib. Talagang remembering the fun and especially if the person was really good. Diba?
That's correct.
Minsan sa utak natin, sana yung iba na lang. But then again, I think even his death has a message of love for everyone.
Yeah, yes.
I mean, when we see people dying of COVID-19, I mean, online, parang okay, nakakaawa. But then when it hits close to home, then when people that we know, when people that are actually good na nangyayari to, parang we really have to do something we really have, as a nation, as people, lalo na sa mga nanonood sa atin ngayon, we have to be disciplined talaga. Just like what Stephanie underwent, yung discipline nyo sa training, di ba? Kahit na nandiyan ang mga tukso ng pagkain, na kahit na nandiyan, but focus pa rin. So ano yung pinaka-lesson talaga sa buhay na hindi mo makakalimutan na nanggaling kay Mama Jonas courses?
It's to be very generous and to love unconditionally. Kasi yun talaga yung na-experience ko with Mommy Jonas. And with what has happened now, sometimes I would think back and feel na parang kawawa naman yung ibang representative ng Cebu ngayon. They will never be able to they will never be able to experience yung love and generosity na experience ko that Mommy Jonas gave to me while I was competing. But I mean, also because of Mommy Jonas, Cebu has been very united na with the support that we're giving to our candidates. Kasi Mommy Jonas was able to pool a lot of people, pool talented makeup artists and designers and mga freelance media partners, where our support for our candidates talaga has been strengthened because of Mommy Jonas.
Well, hello, Brix Vera.
Hi, Brix.
Oh, hello.
He's watching us, Chris.
Yeah.
And he's greeting.
He's in Christmas Island.
You're right, Brix. But I think someone is greeting in Cebu, Stephanie.
Hi, Sir Earl. Yeah. Hi, Earl.
Hello.
Yeah, he's my friend actually. Si Earl.
And then one of our viewers from Canada, our Northern American Bureau correspondent, Ray Catarino, said that he saw Jonas in Atlanta with Rogel. Yeah,
Mhm. At saka parang nakita ko dun sa
I'm
mga
pretty sure kumakain yun sila.
yung mga photos na nakita ko talagang hands-on talaga siya, no? Parang kahit siya
Super,
rin yung nagdala
super.
nung national costume ni Gazzini, yung
Mm,
pagsasampa dun
mm,
sa truck, and then pagdating sa
mm.
Atlanta, sila yung nag-assemble. Sobrang
Yes,
hands-on
yes.
talaga niya. Yun yung mga nakita ko. Tsaka parang sabi mo nga, hindi siya nagagalit. Parang ang
Super.
kalmado niya. Yeah,
Ano
tingnan mo,
lang
oh,
siya,
hawak.
na rattle lang siya, but
nagagatin lang
Oo.
you
siya,
know,
natatarot
oo,
na.
oo, but
Kita mo, hands-on talaga siya, oh. Siya talaga yung sila yung
This is
nag-assemble nung national
actually, di ba?
costume.
This is a very good photo for the Philippine pageantry because we have
Yeah.
Mr.
yes.
Forces there in the middle. Of course, Rochil Flores of Cagandang Flores.
Yeah.
And of course, Jonas Gafud
The
of
creative
Miss
director. Yeah. The creative director of Miss Universe
former
Philippines.
to see these people all together with Oli Sara, one of the stylists, and also connected
Mm-hmm.
with talagang nakita nyo pinagtulungan nila yung costume, pinag-alagaan. And then we won our second
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
national
yes, yes.
universe after
Yes.
1994's
After 26
trading.
years, yeah, after 26 years, yeah, that was all in the Philippines. And,
So,
at saka
that was
Mindanawan
another
yung team, no?
With
Mindanawan, and
Eagle, yes.
Philippine Eagle, yeah, Mindanao.
it's the Philippine Eagle, the Haribon with
Yeah,
all
the
silver
Philippine,
and
yeah.
everything. Diba
Yeah,
parang
Harry
very,
point out.
very iconic ang moment na yan because it's been so many years or decades since a Cebuana was able to represent the Philippines in Miss
In
Universe.
Miss Universe. Yes.
And first baby din ni Mommy Jonas na ma-send sa Miss Universe.
Oh, really? Di ba parang
Really? Wow. At least parang bago, alam mo yon, bago siya
Yes.
nawala, I mean, may nakita
Mm-mm.
siya isang Cebuana na nag-compete
Mm-mm.
wearing the
oh,
Philippine sash from
Mr.
Cebu,
Rochelle,
you know.
Oo.
Mr. Rochelle, can you hear us? Naririnig
Yeah,
na ba?
yeah.
Ay, good evening, sir.
Thank you for,
Good evening po sa inyo lahat.
Good
and
evening
then,
po.
po natin sasabihin ang inyong tanungin kayo sa mga memory nyo kay Jonas Forces. Can you tell us the story of this photo? Itong sama-sama kayo preparing for the national costume ni Gazzini last year.
It was like this because yung national costume has to be assembled.
Mhm.
It was brought to first in California, then to Atlanta by pieces. So before Gassini can wear it,
Mm.
she cannot wear it alone. So we have to assemble it. So with the we requested, of course, Jonas Gafford to help us. So we were given a chance. We were given only for 2 hours to assemble the costume. It was
Oh,
quite tedious
Mm.
kasi piece per piece nung parang feathers na
Mhm.
ano yung
laser
memory
cut.
nyo, Mr. Roger, ano yung memory mo with Jonas Borges while you were helping together tong build tong costume na to ni Gazzini?
Very memorable siya in such a way na kasi we were beating time kasi we're
Mhm.
only given 2 hours so we had to finish the task.
Mhm.
Laborious siya kasi piece per piece
Oo
kinakabit
nga.
ni Mami Jonas. And then Ollie was used as model.
Mhm.
Yeah, yung isa sa po,
Tum-
na niya.
muna
Parang siya yung fitting form.
Yes.
Sir
Wala, wala.
Roger, nag-freeze ulit siya.
Na ano na naman yung, I think he's having connection problems sa lugar
Yes.
niya.
Mm-mm.
And I just heard from Bilibining Pilipinas that Gazzini will be joining us as well to talk about Jonas Borges. So hopefully
Mm.
connection is okay. So pasensya muna, Stephanie, ikaw na yung natatanong namin
Oh.
No naman. I mean, it's also just very easy for me to talk about Mommy Jonas also, so it's not a problem at all.
Pero is it really easy to talk about him right now? Kasi ako medyo nagkakaroon ako ng I mean, I haven't really known him personally, but I've seen him a lot of
Mm-mm.
times. Pero parang yung kinukwento mo how he loved you guys, you ladies, at saka yung motherly love na pinapakita niya. I mean, di ba parang nakakamiss, parang gano'n. Kahit hindi ko naman naranasan yun, di ba?
Yeah, yeah. I will miss it, but also considering na parang ang sobrang swerte ko to be able to experience that. Ang sobrang swerte ko na Mommy Jonas chose me and, you know, ginawa niya all of that for me without asking anything in return.
Yeah.
Mr.
Yeah.
Rogin, okay na po ba ang audio natin? Can you tell us more about your friendship? Let's call it friendship, not partnership. Your
It's
friendship
friendship.
with Jonas Forces. I think si Jonas gumagawa ng way para mapatawa na lang tayo kasi
Oo nga.
walang di ba?
Actually, Mommy Jonas would call Tito Rog friend. Every time Mommy
friend.
Jonas would call Tito Rog, "Uy, friend, pwede bang can you do me a favor or something like that?"
Mhm.
O, di
Yun yung
ba?
endearment
Tama,
nila.
Yes,
Oo,
yes.
Endearment. Friend.
tama. Yes.
May gusto sana ko tanong kay Sir Rogel Parang, kailan ba sila una nagkakilala ni Sir Jonas? Yun yung gusto ko sanang tanong sa kanya. Paano nag-start yung friendship na yon?
Actually, I think he's having problems with his connection, but he'll
Oo.
more of Mr. Jonas Forces, the friendship, the memory, the love that they were able to share in pageantry and as real friends in real life.
Yeah nga,
Mm-mm.
yes.
Sa online ecological services ng PF for him. It will happen at 8:30, starting at 8:30 p.m.
Where can we watch that? Do we have a link for that
Yes,
ecological service?
we will share it on the Philippine Pageantry.
Okay. We'll share on the page.
And then we'll be able to really show everyone. Yes, Tito Roger, okay lang. Nakaka-problema siya sa internet kasi I think, sabi ko nga kanina, this is the best time to really promote, not really promote, to invite everyone to join the Kagandang Flores ecological services that will happen online at the KF for Crown and Glory page starting at 8:30 p.m.
Yes.
So while we're waiting for the other queens, Miss Stephanie, yung mga in-advise sa'yo ni Jonas Borges, nung after Miss Intercontinental,
Mm-mm.
ano yung naging reaction niya sa nangyari sa pageant sa'yo? Ano yung mga advice or even good words na sinabi niya for you?
Mommy Jonas has always been so proud sa akin from what I know. Kasi every small victory yata like when I get a commercial or when I get to do a show, I share it with Mommy Jonas. And super genuine naman yung reactions niya. He's very happy and sometimes he talks about it to other people, to his friends. And it's very, heartwarming. It makes you want to work harder. And what's more and what goes beyond that is I see the heart of Mommy Jonas and I felt yung goodness niya. I want to pay it forward. So I also want to be an inspiration sa mga alaga niya. And pag may mga kailangan siya, instantly and immediately, I don't even ask questions. Tatawag siya sa akin, Day, may bagong girls kasi tayo. Sige, mami, punta na ako. Like, I don't even ask who it is. I don't even ask ilan yung mga girls na kailangan i-train. When I'm in Cebu, immediately I would go to his shop and take time to, teach Q&A
To the
or how to
rescue.
walk. Oo, parang
To the
gano'n.
rescue.
Kasama ka talaga sa
Just a
grupo
team.
ng tulong.
Sa team na tumutulong for the girls competing of course sa national competitions. So
Yeah,
meron ba siyang girls ngayon na magko-compete for national
Or
competition?
any national pageants.
I think we
Meron
had
ba?
meron yata mga plans but so many plans were put on hold and so many plans were canceled because of this
Yeah,
whole
because of the-
COVID
yeah.
thing. And we don't even know if matutuloy pa ba yung ibang pageants or if they're gonna push the online pageant
version
night.
of it or
Mm-mm.
yes.
Okay, I
Mm-mm.
see.
So sino sa tingin mo ang magmamana ng title ni Jonas Borges sa Cebu sa pagtulong at sa pagtitrain ng mga Cebuana?
You know, it's so hard. Sobrang bigat ng title na yan. It's such a...
Oo.
Sobrang bigat ng job kasi ang daming nagawa ni Mommy Jonas, ang daming ginawa niya for the girls. And you have to have that kind of heart, that huge heart that Mommy Jonas had to fill that position. I guess what we can do now as a team is work as a team to fill the position that Mommy Jonas has left.
It's a
And
huge empty position right now.
it is. It's a very big hole that needs to be filled. So, I mean, you know, we talked about it, how we're anong gagawin namin with KF Cebu. So, yun, the most immediate answer we got was to yun, work together talaga. And we're gonna work together in memory of Mommy Jonas.
And
So, okay, Tristan, you go ahead.
sorry. That memory, bukod sa pageantry, ano pa ba yung mga alam mo tungkol sa personality ni Mami Jonas Borges ni?
Si Mommy Jonas, sobrang mahal niya yung family niya. And that's why that's why it was so easy for him to love us also. He loves to share. Kasi Mommy Jonas had a humble beginning. So kung whatever he had and he has now, he would share it to the people he loves.
Yeah, I saw the special before, special feature made about him of
Yes.
Sanchez, di ba?
Yeah, that was like 10 years ago.
Yes.
Na
Yes.
nakita ko yun before. Not because he died now at nakita namin yun. Napanood ko siya talaga.
Yeah.
That's when I got to know him as a person, though not personally. And then sabi ko, talagang yumaman siya sa pagsisikap niya. And then he was able to give back to the community. Hindi lang napapaganda ng mga customers, napapaganda siya ng mga Cebuana all the way to all international stages.
Hindi parang yung title niya na parang Mother of Cebu Pageantry.
Yeah.
Alam mo yun? For so many years na ginagawa na niya tong yung pag-train, yung pag-coach ng mga girls competing locally and nationally and even internationally, right? So mga ilang years niya na parang ilang taon niyang ginawa to. Yung buong yung pag-train niya ng mga girls. Kailan nag-start yun? Yung KFC.
I think it started in 2010 or 11. I think the first girl Mommy Jonas sent was Rizzy. No, it started with mga Aliwan. So Mommy
Aliwan
Jonas,
Festival.
yes.
Yeah.
Yung Grand Slam ng Cebu City.
Oo, kasi regionals kasi noon
Yeah.
kasi 'di ba, parang yung Aliwan kasi parang they have different regional pageants or competitions and then kung sino yung grand winner from that region or from province ipapadala sa Aliwan Festival sa Pasay City. So sino yung parang first girl na nag-compete for yan sa Aliwan?
I think it was Rizzini.
Rizini.
Rizzini Gomez.
Yeah, Rizini Gomez.
Yes. And
Miss International as well.
yes.
Yeah, and then she
And
also
then
competed sa Miss World Philippines, I think.
Miss World.
Yeah, Miss World 2012. Miss World Philippines 2012.
No, I think Rizzini only joined Mutia.
Mutia. Yeah.
Yes. And then I think after Rizzini was Sean Maynard, or it's the opposite way around. It was Sean Maynard and then Rizzini and then Rogelie and then I think it was Jamie Harrell. Those were the girls that Mommy Jonas sent to Aliwan and they did really well. Because I think for 7 straight years, it was Cebu City.
Malakas talaga yung Cebu. Pag sinabi mong Aliwan, talagang winawalis talaga ng Cebu yan. I mean, hindi lang 3 times, hindi 5, 7 times.
7 times,
Sabi mo nga, 7 times, 70 for Cebu. So, iba talaga yung, parang from that streak, parang iba talaga siguro yung pag-handle niya and on how he trains the girls.
Yes.
Tapos yung Aliwan, yung parang nagiging stepping stone to Binibini
Yes.
or to Multia or to
Yes.
Miss World Philippines.
Because
Yeah.
I think it was Sean Maynard yung pinakauna niya na send sa Aliwan. And after
Mhm.
after Aliwan, that's when Mommy Jonah sent Sean to Miss Earth.
Miss Earth
Yes.
Philippines. Yeah.
Miss Earth Philippines. And
Ano yun?
then everything
Mhm.
just went on after that.
So ano yun, parang binibigyan ba nila kayo ng choice? Or meron siyang parang bendisyon na parang, okay, Chris, pang binibini ka, Jamie, pang Miss Earth Philippines ka? May
On
ganun
which
ba siya?
pageant?
Oo. Parang meron ba siyang, may
Yeah,
choice
yeah.
ba kayo? Or siya yung parang nagka-categorize, I should say? Na parang,
Yes,
saan
parang
ka fit?
ganon.
Oo.
Yes, parang ganon. He would bring up like, he would bring it up as a topic. And
Mhm.
it's up to you naman kung hindi naman pinipilit ni Mommy Jonas. I mean, he would try to talk you in, but still the last decision is up to the girl. But
Mhm.
he would also base it on the characteristics
Mhm.
of the girl, kung saan talaga bagay, I think, if there's such a thing. So, I joined Binibini because that was the pageant that my dad mentioned when he was still alive. And when Mommy Jonas found out about it, he was like full support, so he kept on pushing me to
Mhm.
join Binibini, and that's how I ended up in Binibini.
I see. Nakakatuwa naman kasi parang yung from the very first that you step on the pageant stage hanggang
Mm-mm.
sa national, and then yun nga sa Binibini, and then sa Miss Intercontinental. So he was there all throughout.
Mommy
And
was there. Mommy was a part of.
so how was his reaction? Kasi parang noong 2014 we were all rooting for you. Parang it was won by Thailand. Chris? Parang yun nga, parang
Yes.
kasi parang sabi nila Philippines na to kasi parang lagi tayong first runner up. Alam mo yun, parang ang hirap
Yeah.
panalunan yung Miss Intercontinental crown. So parang ano yung sinabi niya sa na parang winning the Miss Asia Continental prize, and ano yung mga thoughts
I had so
niya
much
doon?
pressure on me kasi Jamie won like
Yeah,
the
in
night
2014.
before our
Yeah, the night
pageant.
before.
Yes.
Yes.
So I had so much pressure on me. And when the results came out, Mommy Jonas naman knew how hard I worked for Miss Intercontinental, and Mommy Jonas knew I gave it my all. So he was very happy. He was happy for me, and he, rewarded me for my hard work naman.
I see. That's nice. That's nice. So, nagkausap na ba kayo ng mga Jonas babies?
Yes. It's so
Nagkausap na
hard
kayo?
kasi alam mo yun, walang wake. We can't see each other. We can't pat each other on the back. But the most we can do right now is to go online. We've been doing video chats just to check up on each other, just to see how we're all doing kasi it's been so hard. It's tough on everyone, especially with the pandemic and ito pa with Mommy Jonas's passing. But yun nga, we just try to keep in mind na Mommy Jonas wouldn't really love it if sobrang down kami because of him. So what we are really doing now is celebrate life.
Yeah, celebrate life.
I think Gazini cannot enter because of connection problems now. I mean, it's like messages through text, and the Philippines is sending messages through text. And then we have one of the best representatives to really talk about Jonah. That actually, madaming ang beses ako munting ng tamaan sa mga sinasabi, kinukwento, but para talaga kilala ko personally. At ako nami-miss ko na rin siya, parang gano'n. And I think it's really a huge loss for the whole Philippine industry sa pagkawala ni Mr. Jonas Borges. At sana magkita tayo lahat. Kasi kahit na medyo GCQ na sa Manila or sa ibang lugar or sa ECQ pa rin, ang hindi kasi natin nakikita ang kalaban eh.
Yes.
Kasi nakikita ang kalaban. And then minsan, ang nangyayari niyan, we mga taong hindi natin really expect. For sure, di ba? Isip naman that would be. And it's actually, as to quote the movie eh, yung Fast and Furious, it's COVID-19. Fast and Furious siya talaga eh. Hindi natin akalain. then all we can do is just offer a prayer for the repose ng soul of Mr. Jonas. And let's offer a prayer also for the separation of his loved ones, his
Mhm.
family. Kasi siya, ano na siya, at least na siya in God's loving embrace. And for sure, ang masakit nito is yung mga makakamiss sa kanya. Yung mga makakaalala ng masasayang sandali in pageantry, yung mga tinulungan niya, yung mga maasang matutulungan pa niya sana. And then, ang personal wish namin sa The Philippine Pageantry, sana yung naitulong niya sa mga tulad mo, Stephanie, ma-forward din niyo naman sa iba pa,
Yes.
Mhm.
sa mga Cebuana, at hindi na Cebuana, yung mga nangangailangan ng tulong, not just in pageantry, but definitely in pageantry, di ba?
Mm-hmm.
Na kailangan natin magkaroon ng Jonas Borges, parang Jonas Borges Foundation, kung saan, hindi naman
Mm-mm.
foundation, but it is an idea na kung saan i-guide pa rin ninyong mga natulungan niya, no? Ang ating mga future queens coming from Cebu. Thank you for
Yes,
your
yes.
Stefania. Salamat.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chris.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for allowing
Mm.
me to share also the beautiful life of Mommy Jonas.
Yeah, our
And thank you
pleasure.
for allowing us to share it with you. Kasi sa totoo lang, di ba, parang people, fans of pageantry, just know him as Jonas Borges, okay,
Mm-mm.
everything, but they have to really know the person kahit na wala siya.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Because he is bigger than his name. His love is
Yes.
right. God bless. Alam kong you have to be ready for the online eulogy for him. And then
Mm-mm.
what our news report here and our other news items here. We will keep our viewers and our followers from sa Philippine Pageantry informed of the necrological services that the KF4 Crown and Glory page will be having for Mr. Jonas Borges in 40 minutes. It
Yes,
will happen
yes.
in 40 minutes. So ka pa namin makakwentuhan ng matagal at kausap at napakaganda mong tignan habang kausap ka namin.
Mhm.
Mm-mm.
We know that we're taking so much of your time. At the same time, you need to prepare for your mentally and emotionally. You need to prepare
Mhm.
for
I
that.
know, I know. I was really trying to write down what to say, but
Mhm.
nothing would really come out. So baka mamaya biglang masaniban lang ako.
And then siguro nga, please paratingin mo din sa family ni Mr. Jonas Borges ang aming pakikiramay at aming panalangin
Yes.
for them to have strength. And then don't worry that you will always be remembered fondly in Philippine pageantry, not just in Cebu pageantry, but in the whole Philippine pageantry. And then thank you for your time. And then God bless you, Stephanie.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
thank you, thank you. I really enjoy sharing the love of Mommy Jonas,
Mhm.
and I would love to talk to you guys again soon.
Yes, we'd
Yeah,
love
So
to
thank you.
have
Thank you,
you
sir.
for
Mhm.
more issues kung wala kang magawa. Minsan, let's talk about
yes,
current issues happening for the week sa the Philippine pageantry.
Mhm.
sure.
The program is
Okay?
still is always open for you.
Thank you,
Yeah, you're
thank
Bye.
welcome.
you.
Bye. Bye, Chris.
Bye, thank you.
Wow. Well, kahit
That's
na
it.
medyo ano yun talagang it
Ang
was
hirap,
really,
no?
it's
Kasi,
always hard. Masyado akong empathic. It's always hard to really talk about people that you love, that ano kasi lahat tayo naranasan yung namatay. Lalo na ngayon, di ba? We're all suffering from anxiety and worries dito sa
mhm.
COVID-19.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, one person who's doing what she can
Mhm.
about what we're having experiencing now in pandemic has become viral. Her photos has become viral, di ba?
Yes, yes, yeah, that's right. So let's move on to the next. Okay, so Angel Oxine's photos showing a fuller figure became viral this week. The photos taken in Mauban, Quezon province during a taping for the actress' new show have taken social media by storm, mostly surprised at her size. The former Darna star and Men's Magazine multiple winner of its sexiest woman have surprised netizens due to her size, but actually inspired by body positivity.
Well, ito, taken to sa province area mo, di ba? Your
Yes, yes, in my
son is actually your
hometown.
province in the Philippines, right?
Yes, yes.
Actually, if you're
So,
going to
actually,
makikita mo,
mhm.
ang
Actually,
initial reaction, sige.
honestly, when I saw the photos published, parang nakita ko ang ganda pa niya, ang ganda niya pa rin.
Well, actually, that's the initial reaction of most people eh. Yung pa
Oo,
rin.
ang
But then
ganda pa
again,
rin niya.
ako hindi. Ako hindi ko sinabi ang ganda pa rin niya. Ang nakita ko ang ganda niya. Not
Maganda
because
siya.
people physically saw or see in her, but
Mhm.
actually because I know what she's doing at these moments that we're looking at these photos that we're looking at, are actually she's actually helping it. She's doing what she can to really ease
Correct.
the burden of our netizens, of our Filipino citizens in our society dito sa COVID-19 issue na to. 'Di ba? Kagaya nga nangyari, ito nga si Jonas Borges of KF Cebu, namatay siya because of COVID-19 and then talagang
Mhm.
sakit not just for his family but for people he has touched. Etong
Yes.
si ating Darna naman, talagang she's doing what she can personally. But then again, sabi ko nga medyo ay nagkaroon ako ng doubt after I discovered that these photos were released by the
Mhm.
PR group of her new show actually. Meron pala siyang bagong
Yes.
show
Yes,
and there
yes.
were tapings pala. But it's
Yeah.
also like a charity show wherein pinapakita yung mga gagawin at ginagawa nilang pagtulong sa kapwa-tao.
Mhm. That's right. So, kailangan talaga natin ng real life Darna at this point of time. At nakakatuwa lang kasi parang hindi siya natatakot to extend yung
Well,
sarili niya sa maraming tao.
baka hindi lang yon kasi she can
Oo.
also get virus. Hopefully, hindi. Hopefully,
Mhm.
she's protected well and then she's safe from the virus sana.
Mhm.
Because what she's doing, she's able to help a lot of people more. Talagang
Very inspiring. Very
very
inspiring.
inspiring
Mhm.
lamang yon. Talagang, talagang
Okay.
ano. Well, anyway,
Mhm.
coming from a very beautiful angel who's, who's teaching us about body positivity and
Yes.
charity, charitable heart at this time of
Yes.
the crisis. One thing that we all experienced this today, this
Yeah,
afternoon,
just a while ago.
yes, is the annular solar eclipse.
Mhm.
So
So,
let me tell you more about it,
yes.
and let's discuss what this annular solar eclipse para sa mga pageant fans and viewers natin na who would like to understand it more. Okay?
Mhm.
Afternoon, stargazers in the eastern hemisphere was treated to an annular solar eclipse on the heels of the summer solstice.
Mhm.
This type of eclipse is characterized by its stunning ring of fire since it's not a total eclipse and the edges of the sun can still be seen around the moon.
Mhm.
I'll show you. This is actually what you're seeing now is actually a photo as it started. Oh, actually hindi pala kasi this was taken by a netizen in Mauban, not in
Ah,
Uban Quezon, in Morong, in somewhere in Rizal.
Rizal. Mhm.
In the Philippines, yan partial annular solar eclipse lang ang nakita.
So hindi in full swing.
Kasi
Mhm.
there's a total solar eclipse. Yun yung
Yes.
totally yung buong moon na mako-cover yung it's in between the earth and the sun. Kaya
Yes.
totally yung area na yon mako-cover niya yung buong sun kaya magto-total darkness sa buong area na yon. But
Yes.
ito annular parang mas malayo yung moon sa earth,
Position. Yeah, yung position ng moons. Yes.
kaya pagka natakpan niya yung sun, matitira at makikita pa rin yung edges.
Yung edge. Yeah, yung edges.
I think this was clear in India and in some parts of
The
uh,
Middle Eastern region. Yeah.
the Middle Eastern region, di ba?
Okay, so shall we continue?
Yes, yes.
Okay, but the total eclipse does not happen. That is, the moon does not completely block out the visible disk of the sun because of the moon is farther away. So as what you were saying a while ago. And its apparent size in the sky is slightly smaller than the sun. This means that a tiny ring of annulus of the solar disk is visible around the moon. So Itong photo na to was taken nga from, a netizen from Rizal, showing the partial yung cover nung sun. Solar eclipses occur about 2 weeks before or after a lunar eclipse. There was lunar eclipse on June 5, and the next one occurs on July 5.
There will be another solar eclipse, right? A lunar
Yes.
eclipse on July 5.
Lunar. So, gabi naman to. Gabi.
Yeah, moon. It's a
Yeah.
lunar eclipse at solar.
Yes.
So it's just like what happened noong strawberry moon, like noong June 5 nga, di ba? Tinatawag ng strawberry moon. So it's a lunar eclipse. It was visible over Central Africa, the southern Arabian Peninsula, Pakistan, northern India, South Central China, and a partial eclipse was seen over most of Asia, Africa, South and East Europe, northern Australia, and parts of the Pacific and Indian Ocean.
Okay. So were you able to witness this a while ago?
Actually, what happened was it was raining. It was very cloudy here in Makati. So
actually, naglabas ako ng planggana na may tubig.
There in Ho Chi Minh.
Kasi, because it's so, it's dangerous if you're gonna look at it like directly na walang parang solar protection. So, yes. So I wasn't able to capture the moment, actually, the phenomenon. So, parang I tried na maglabas ng tubig, ng planggana ng may tubig. Kasi di ba yung mga matatanda sinasabi nila, for you to see the full shape or yung buong, yung eclipse na nangyayari. And I think it's safer. It's much safer.
It's much safer kasi hindi naman direct.
Exactly.
So, before we continue, I'll show you something. Our next news item. One more.
So what is our next news item for tonight?
Yes. Well, recently, what happened was, I'll just show something. I'm just looking at this. Recently, a few days ago, a video about a Papa's Boy was premiered on the social media. And I'll show you a video and then we'll discuss it. Okay?
Okay.
While I'm looking for it here, we'll share it, and then while we're watching it, we'll discuss it.
Okay. So, may I know, sino yung nag-produce nung video?
Yes. One moment, ha?
Okay, sure. Take your time. Okay.
So this is the video. So let's watch it. This video is directed, produced, and written by Mr. Jojo Bragais of Bragais Shoes.
Okay.
And it talks about a young netizen who is about to come out. Come out of the closet, so to speak, a pageant fan who loves watching pageants and everything like that. Pero, before he was able to come out, nahuli siya ng father niya. And it tells of a story of how the father reacted because the father loved his child. Diba? So, what happened was, you guys can go and visit the Bragais page, page, so that you'll be able to really see what's happening. I think this is an OFW father, parang ganun yung kwento.
Yeah, he was like away for so many years. Hindi niya nasubaybayan siguro yung anak niya.
But then again, regardless kasi kung nasusubaybayan o hindi nasusubaybayan, the sexual identity or gender identity of a human being is actually very inherent na dun sa tao. It's not about the environment. Diba?
Correct. So, yes.
Pero because of the father doesn't, kagaya ng sabi, hindi nasubaybayan, hindi niya talaga nakilala kung sino talaga o ano talaga ang kanyang anak. Ito, you're looking na parang this is a very heartwarming story that Mr. Bragais was able to really put on this short film. And then ayan, yung parents natin, 'di ba, kahit na minsan hindi natin friends sa Facebook, talagang mag-stalk, talagang papanoorin tayo,
Yeah.
And look what it's Father's Day, it's supposedly today Father's Day, and look what his kid received from his father instead of the other way around. Diba? So guess, hulaan mo kung ano na-receive. Well, obviously it's a Barangay shoes, pero ano,
Yeah.
di ba? We'll see, and then kung ano yung ending ng ano. So, I don't know if our followers are able to really listen to the sound of this,
Mhm.
but then that's why I'm annotating the video while we're looking and watching it, di ba? So
Mhm.
it's fun na because of the father's love, ayan, kung ano yung regalo ng tatay, di ba? Talagang it's an acceptance. It's not just a simple gift. It's an
Mhm.
acknowledgement, it's an acceptance, and also a support. Di ba? Look, ayan o, di ba? Looking for
Siya rin,
shoes.
yeah, siya yung nag-shop.
Siya pa yung shop, di ba?
Siya yung tumingin, oo.
For sure, madami tayong followers sa The Philippine Pageantry ang talagang nag-iisip na sana ganyan yung father nila. Yes, just be able to communicate at kahit hindi, whatever love wins The
Yeah,
love of a
love wins.
father really encompasses confusion.
Mhm.
So, ayan.
Oh, may note pa siya, oh.
Birthday pa pala ng anak niya, hindi lang Father's Day, di ba? Baliktad.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's how the kid reacted when he received the gift of pageant shoes. And speaking of pageant shoes, Gerard,
Mhm.
we talked to Mr. Jojo Bagrais, and he's willing to give or raffle off, or not really raffle. Sabi niya, bahala na kayo. So for those people who are watching our telecast now, what
Mhm.
you need to do, you can win a pageant shoes for yourself from Mr. Jojo Bagrais.
Wow, it's a
Kailangan nyo
giveaway.
lang mag-selfie lang sila while watching TPP News Live. Mag-selfie kayo,
So, mhm.
TPP News Live tayo. Ito ngayon, habang nanonood, or tapos i-share nila sa kanilang post.
Dapat ba
At with
itatag o i-share?
yung Bagais
Yeah.
shoes, tag
Yes.
nyo ang The Philippine Pageantry. And then at the same time, ayan o, proud na proud yung father. Oh. Oh, yan. Yan yung anak niya, nanalo na sa pageant, di ba?
Kaya nga, oh, ayan, oh.
Ganyan naman ang Pilipino Ganyan naman ang Pilipino. Talagang lahat tayo pageant fans, straight or not straight. And this is very timely for this Father's Day today. At the same time, this is very timely also because it's the Pride Month.
Yes, correct. June is Pride Month. So, very timely, no? Timely.
Yeah.
Kumusta
So,
tayo? Okay.
So happy Father's Day to everyone, whatever kind of father you are. We all deserve to love each other regardless and no matter
Mhm.
what. So guys, what you need to do is to really, you can actually won one of the shoes by Mr. Jojo Bragais. Then I'll show you the sample. So ikaw, dito sa
Yes.
pageantry, di ba for sure madami ka nabalitaan na mahilig sumali sa pageants,
Mhm.
straight, babae, or even
From the barangays to the international stage. As
sinabi mo.
in, parang alam mo yon, ang layo na rin yung reach. Kasi makikita mo pag yung competitions, even Jojo is sponsoring shoes, right? Sa
Yes.
mga local competitions.
Actually sponsoring Binibining Pilipinas 2020.
Yes,
So,
yes.
and this is one of the shoes that we will be seeing the ladies, the Binibinis to be wearing on the Binibining Pilipinas 2020 pageant.
Mhm.
And then this is one of the things that ito yung maaari nyo mapanalunan. Isa sa mga maaari nyo mapanalunan, mga pageant shoes directly from Mr. Jojo Bargay. So just guys, what you need to do is do a selfie while watching TPP News Live. Post it on your wall with the hashtags TPP News Live and then Bargay Shoes. With the hashtags TPP News Live and Bargay Shoes. And tag us and also tag Jojo Bargay so that we'll be able to choose. And tell us pala sa post nyo, why do you deserve to wear and to win and wear
A pair of
Bargay
Bragais shoe. Bragais heels. Pageant heels. Yeah.
Bargay heels, kundi pageant shoes. This is specific pageant shoes.
A pageant
So,
shoes.
he will be giving through the Philippine Pageantry TPP News Live pageant shoes. So lahat ng pageant fans dyan, those who would like to join pageants, mapababae, mapakapatid sa federasyon, or anyone, kahit straight guys. If you
Straight.
think you, kahit
Oh, yeah.
straight, di ba?
Malay mo yung girlfriend nila sumasali sa competition. So,
Or, or
pwede, di
sila
ba?
or sila
Oo,
mismo
pwede.
gusto nyo.
Even then,
This,
they could post the photo while watching the video and then
gusto
stating
nyo,
what's the reason why they want to win
bakit
want
sila,
to have the pair of
or
pageantry.
your mom could even compete for Mrs. Pageant, right? And she wants and deserves a Bragais pageant shoes.
Mhm.
So post it and then tag us, and then by next week, hopefully we'll have a winner for this pageant shoes by Jojo Bragais.
Yeah. That's so generous of Mr. Bragais. Hi, Jojo.
Well, anyway, um, as we continue, we have another guest.
Mm. Okay. So who's our
Um,
next guest for tonight?
we have a foreign beauty pageant king.
Mm-hmm.
So, andali ah. Okay. We have now here, we'll have a guest, a foreign guest. So we'll talk to him. So let's just bring him online first.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Lucas.
Ding.
Good evening. Lucas, Lucas, you're on mute.
Here we go.
Ye-
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
So,
Hi.
look,
Amazing.
we
Good
now
evening.
have here on TPP News Live Mr. Lucas
Mm-hmm.
Bertolino,
No,
Mr. Canada,
yes.
Mr.
Mm-hmm.
Canada, who is seemingly stranded here in the Philippines while we're having the pandemic. Welcome,
Mm-hmm.
Lucas.
That's right. How's it going, guys?
Well,
Mabuhay
Yeah.
yeah,
Philippines.
sorry
Mabuhay.
for so long. Yes. So tell us your story. Why are you stranded in the Philippines, Lucas? While we look at your pictures, huh?
Okay, sige po. Let's do it. So, why am I stuck, right? Uh, to be honest with you, it's initially because I fell in love with the country. When I first arrived here, I was already getting along with all the Filipinos. I was actually talking to a couple of friends about this earlier today.
Mm-hmm.
I always had in Toronto. Toronto is very multicultural, and I always had a lot of Filipino friends back home, and we always got along. So I
Mm-hmm.
had a feeling I was gonna love the country as soon as I got here. And so I got here, and the initial plan was to stay like 1 to 2 months,
Mm-hmm.
and go back to Toronto to spend Christmas and New Year's with my family.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, you know what? I really like it here. There's more opportunities coming up. I think I'm just gonna stay like after New Year's. I'll spend New
Mm-hmm.
Year's here, and then I go back. So I did. I did that. Um, and the more I stayed, just the more I wanted to stay more. So like even after New Year's, I was like, okay, I'm gonna go back now. And then I was like, you know what? Maybe just another month. And then I said another month. And then close to the pandemic was when I actually like I was like, okay, this is it. Um, because after Christmas, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna wait for winter. After winter, I'll go
Mm-hmm.
back for sure. And my parents, they're
Mm-hmm.
always asking me, they're like, Lucas, when you're coming home? When you're coming home? Every day, they would ask
Mm-hmm.
me. And I was like, don't worry, after New Year's. And then New Year's came. And then I told them, like, listen, as much as I want to go back and be with you guys, I want to skip winter. I want to spend more time here. I'm loving the country. I'm staying. They're like, okay, fine. And it started getting warmer and warmer back home. And it just got to a point where, like summer started and then the quarantine started here. And just, international flights at some point were not really happening.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, you know what? Maybe I'm just gonna have to wait for it. And here I am now. Things got more and more serious because at first I was still able to go back. I remember there were still some international flights. My dad brought it up. He's like, look, there's two international flights. Book a flight for whenever and just come back.
Mm-hmm.
And I basically waited too much, and it got to the point where it was just not possible to go back. So,
Well,
but I'm not complaining.
well,
By the way,
actually,
where are you now? Where are you particularly? Where's your location now?
I'm I'm staying in Rockwell, but I'm currently at my friend's place. I think this is Quezon City.
Quezon City.
Quezon
Yeah.
City, yes.
Well,
Yes.
before we started, you were like sending messages, and you know some Filipino words. So before we
I do.
discuss the Filipino words that you know, we're showing photos of you on here now while we're talking.
Yes.
Can you tell us about the story behind these photos that you have here?
Mm-hmm.
You have like this Filipino kids on your shoulder. So where was this
Yes,
taken?
yes.
And what's the story behind this photo?
Where
Oh
it was
man,
shot.
this was one of my best memories here in the Philippines. There's actually along with this photo, I posted a video, but I don't know if you guys would
Mm-hmm.
be able to play it. But this was I went to Iloilo for a couple of days, and one of my friends who was there with me, he drove us to this beach, and
Mm-hmm.
these kids were there, and they weren't like related to the people we were with, but they were so like it's like they never I feel like they never saw a foreigner before, and they were like looking at me, and I'm just like a playful guy, right? And I have two nieces. Like I love kids, and I was like, and then I talked to them. I'm like, what's up, how's it going, guys? And they knew some English, and they were just having fun. And then I got in the water,
Mm-hmm.
and I hadn't gone to the beach in so long. They basically, I think they actually live there. These kids, I
Mm-hmm.
think they live nearby, and they basically go there every day, right? So for them, getting in the water is not a big deal. But I wanted to so bad, and my friends were like, "Man, you should go try this water. The water's so warm." So I
Mm-hmm.
got inside the water, loved it, and then the kids got in too, and they wanted me to throw them. So in the video,
So
yeah, it was so
you're
funny.
a human catapult.
Pretty much. I was used. I got used the whole time,
Yeah.
but it was
And
amazing.
Lucas, I believe a lot of people watching us now, and also those who will be watching us later on, because we're actually live now on YouTube and on the Philippine Pageantry, and then of course they can always rewatch this. There's
Uh
this
huh.
someone who's watching us right now, and she's requesting to have a shout out.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Uh, I think this is the best. You're the best person to do this. I'll just put her name here. Can you please give
Uh,
a greeting to Miss Edge Tenoria?
Yeah.
to
Edge
Ed.
Edge
Tenoria.
Tenoria. Edge Tenoria, shout out. Wish you
And
all the best. I hope you're having an amazing day and
yes,
Mm-hmm.
evening.
Edge Tenoria
Nah.
is actually Hot Sugar Moms, and she is the owner of Pageantry 101.
Yeah.
What was that?
And her nickname actually is she's called Hot Sugar Moms.
With a hashtag. With a hashtag.
Really.
Amazing.
Hashtag. Yeah.
And owns Pageantology 101.
Yes.
Edge Tenoria. Okay, sounds good. I'm gonna be adding her on Facebook later. Shout
Oh,
out.
charot. So
Edge.
also, before we continue our interview with Mr. Locas, Mr.
Yes.
Canada, we'll also have a shout out for Mr.
Ronald.
Ronald Dennis
Ronald
Reyes.
Dennis.
Yes,
Yeah.
Lucas, give a shout out to this viewer.
Shout out to the Ronald Dennis Reyes. I hope you're having an amazing evening. Stay safe, stay home, my friend.
Yes, better be safe, right? So
Better be
let's
safe.
continue.
Please.
Um,
Yes,
Lucas,
po.
what about this? This you have followed with these beautiful ladies.
Yes. This was that was a Valentine's job that we did. Um, an agency got us to go to the mall. I
Mm-hmm.
forgot the name of the mall now, but I think it was in Ortigas. It was a big mall in Ortigas. I forgot the name of the mall. So we went there, me and another two guys.
Mecca Mall
Um,
or Robinson's Galleria.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was the Galleria. Robson's.
Yes.
I think it's that one.
Okay.
And so me and another two foreigners, we got hired to go there. But it was
Mm-hmm.
such an amazing experience. Like those two
Look at the
experiences you guys
smile.
brought
Look at
up were
your
so
smile.
rewarding.
Look at your smile, Lucas, and look at the smile of these ladies, right?
It was so rewarding. It was such an amazing experience because nobody was expecting, first of all, right? Like we're just a couple of foreigners walking around with flowers and
Mm-hmm.
roses and a special day. And it was very nice because um, we were initially told to give the roses to the single ladies, and it was so nice, right? Because like when you're a girl and you have a boyfriend, you're already getting a little bit spoiled, right? But for those
Yeah.
ladies, it was a bit extra, uh, a little bit extra special, right? Because they weren't expecting it at all.
Yeah,
It just
Lucas, a while
appeared of them. Yes.
Yes, a while ago we were Gerard and I we were discussing about Angel Luxine, an actress here in the
Mhm.
Philippines. Then I
Yes.
mentioned to him that a woman in all sizes and all ages are all beautiful, are all equally beautiful,
That's right. That's right.
right? So look at
Uh-huh.
the smiles of these beautiful ladies that you're with, and you really made their Valentine's very special.
Yes, they
Mhm.
honestly they were so happy, and you could
Mhm.
feel the energy. The energy in the whole mall was so good, and every time we would approach someone, they were very welcoming and very like it
Very
wasn't
warm.
just giving flowers. We actually got to talk to some of these ladies, and they were so nice.
Mhm.
Very
Yes.
very nice.
This the
Yeah.
story behind this photo.
Yeah, with the boy.
So this one was actually in Brazil. This was the last time I was in Brazil.
Ah,
He
okay.
Yeah.
The kid actually, well, he looks Filipino, but he's more of like Indian looking or Brazilian looking. So
Yeah,
Yes,
South
yes,
American guy, South American boy, Latino
South
boy.
yes, yes. He is. As I mentioned before, I love kids. I always got along really well with kids. And he was actually my cousin's, not my first cousin. He was my dad's cousin's son. So my second generation cousin. He's he's basically like a nephew to me in a way, right?
yeah, I think you love lots of kids. Do you have kids of your own?
Not yet. I really want some, but not yet.
Not yet. So,
Nephew to me in a way, right? I need to find Maria Clara first.
oh,
Oh.
are you Clara? Are you looking for a Clara?
um, I am. I think I got to a point where I'm not. I feel like the best thing to do is not necessarily look. I think it's just to wait for the right person. Before I
Mhm.
was looking. After my last relationship, I feel like I was like I was still, I guess, in a bit of like relationship mode. Like I really wanted to be in a relationship, and
Mhm.
and as much as I do want one, I'm taking my time. I'm taking every day,
So you're
just
really taking advantage of your being stranded in the Philippines because, well, it's hard to meet beautiful ladies now or even Filipinas now because of the pandemic. But then again, there are also ways, right?
yes, it's hard. It's definitely this is a moment to not be going around and looking for love, I guess. I mean, it's
Okay.
possible. It's possible, but it's riskier, right? But
Very.
you can always go out and wear your mask and go to a coffee shop, right? I guess
Mhm.
it's
And I
doable.
guess it's
So,
very doable, but at the same time, it's really the ladies should really have great eyes to really attract you at first, right? Because
Honestly,
there's nothing like they have a cover.
I know, and to be fair, I'm a very smile guy. I for some reason I really like smiles.
Well,
mhm.
ladies who are watching us right now, or look at what you're going to get if Mr. Lucas falls in love with you.
Maybe they can reach us through your Instagram. Yeah,
Do
you
you
have
have
Yes,
an
follow
Instagram,
me,
right? Yeah.
Ma-
can you be contacted if there are
Maria.
people who are interested to help you out or give shows or those ladies who might be those Maria Claras who might be interested.
That's
Hatch
what I was
Mhm.
going to
you're
say.
watching, so you might be interested. This is how, sabi niya, Lucas said that he will be adding you later, Edge.
Mhm.
Okay, well, to all the Maria Claras out there looking for love, and all designers, producers, anyone who would love to work with me, my Instagram is Lucas, my first name, Lucas
Mhm.
underscore my last name, Bertolino. So Lucas underscore Bertolino.
Do you have
And
Italian blood?
I
Yes,
think, uh,
my
sounds like Italian.
grandparents. Yes, my
Your grandfather.
grandparents on mostly on my dad's side were Italian.
But you were born and raised in Canada.
No, in
I
Brazil.
was Yes, I was born and raised in Brazil, but I lived in Canada
Brazil.
for 11 years.
Oh, I
Yeah,
see. I
long
see, I
time,
see.
So
almost
you're
half half,
Italian, Brazilian, Canadian.
pretty
And
much,
soon Filipino.
and Pinoy by heart.
Yeah, soon
Speaking of
Pinoy by
Pinoy
heart.
by heart, what are the Filipino words that you have learned while you're in the Philippines? Of course, don't say the bad
Yeah,
words,
except for the bad words, please.
except for the bad words.
Yeah.
Well, you just canceled 90% of my vocabulary.
Oh,
Actually,
come on.
Shout out, shout out,
that's
shout out.
very Filipino. That's very Filipino. That the first thing that
Joke lang.
Filipinos teach their friends, foreigner friends, actually the bad words. So,
No,
so
but
what are the
Yeah,
words?
because it's easy to learn. It's easy to learn, actually.
no, I'm just shout outing. I actually learned
Charote.
a lot. I've been
Uh-huh.
trying to, well, not a lot. I shouldn't say a lot, but like I've been trying my best to, you know, at least every week learn a new word. So
Mm-hmm.
I learned like the basics, like sige po, charot, uh, kumusta,
Mm-hmm.
mabuti, mabuti
Mm-hmm.
lang, salamat po, walang anuman, maraming salamat,
Mm-hmm.
magandang gabi, magandang umaga, magandang hapon,
Mm-hmm.
um, what else? Tara bilis, bilis mo.
Belize.
I
Yeah.
mean, you
Yeah.
know these words, but do you know what it means?
I do, I do, I do.
Okay, good.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Good.
Okay.
Actually, there's a greeting for you here. You can read it.
Oh, there you go. Ronald, thank you so much, my friend. Boa noite to you too. Boa noite means
Good evening.
good night, good
Good
evening.
night.
Yes,
Good
and
evening.
Good night.
and tudo bem means it's like how's it going? Como está?
Mm.
So we're
Yeah.
learning some Portuguese.
Yeah,
Yes, yes,
Portuguese. In
yes.
Brazil, it's Portuguese, right?
We're learning it.
Yes, correct.
You pronounce that
Yeah.
bonnoit,
Boa
bonnoit,
noite. Boa
Boa
noite.
noite.
Boa
And the
noite.
second one is
oh,
yes.
bonoiche, bonoiche. Oh, it's
Boa
like
noite.
minus noche, but it's bonoiche.
Boa noite.
Exactly.
Boa
So
Exactly.
noite.
Boa
Ronald
noite.
has another question for you.
Yes. What's your favorite Filipino food? Oh, good question. Um, I really love. Oh man, there's so many. Honestly, I yesterday I had this pasta. I forgot the name now. I had this pasta with. Let me see if my friend's here. When he
Pancit,
come,
bilao,
when he's around, I'll tell you guys. We had this pasta with
Mm-hmm.
pieces of meat, but I forgot the name. How he called it?
pancit canton,
What's the
pancit
color? Palabok? Is it palabok?
palabok,
Maybe palabo. I
Mm-hmm.
think
It's
maybe
like white
palabo.
white noodle.
lime
White
with
noodle.
Yeah,
kalamansi.
Yeah.
it was
Sprinkled with.
more. It was more of a spaghetti. But however, that might not be my favorite one because what I also really like is we had this rice with how do you call longanisa, but
Mm,
it was longanisa like just the pieces of it, like almost like a ground beef
Mm-hmm.
and rice. Oh my god, it was unreal. It was really good, really good.
Mm-hmm.
you're
Yeah.
making me hungry.
Sorry,
Oh,
and I.
wow. Okay, talk more about food. Okay, it's okay.
Oh, I'm
Mm-hmm.
sorry. I'm sorry. I talk a lot, so you guys gonna have to like stop me.
It's okay. It's okay.
It's okay.
But I do. I also really enjoy halo halo. I love it.
Mm,
Um, the first time I was gonna try it, I thought it was very different because there's like beans and corn and I had no idea what ube was, and there was ube ice cream in it, and I had no idea. I was
purple
like,
yam. It's purple yam. It's a root crop.
yeah,
It's a purple yam.
yes, and oh,
Purple
by the way,
yam.
I love everything ube. I had ube ice cream. Sorry, not ice cream. Cake yesterday. I
Mm-hmm.
had some ube cake. I had ube pandesal. I love ube pandesal. I had ube jam one
Jonas,
time, and I ate the whole thing.
with all the food you're telling us, with all the food that you love, how can you maintain this body?
Yes.
Oh man. Well, And that's another thing. If you guys, especially now in the quarantines, it's been. I know it's going to be rough for a lot of people to go back to the fitness activities. And I was also a personal trainer back home, and I did some personal training here as well. So if anybody wanted to contact me for personal training as well, also go to my Instagram and send me a message, and we can talk about that.
Mhm.
Um, Now
Maybe
back to
can
your
give like
question.
a short advice. Maybe you can give some of our viewers some of the advice because personally I just lost like 22 pounds since April 5 because I'm doing
Amazing.
intermittent because I'm doing intermittent fasting, but I do not do any exercise or anything like that. But how can somebody like me have like start or start to do something to be able to tone my middle section and to hopefully
Mm-hmm.
in the next few months or in the next few years, I do not know, but hopefully to be able to have something like that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. From one thing I did notice since I arrived here is that, and this goes for all the Filipinos out there who are trying to lose a little bit of weight or are really trying to shred, just fat
Mhm.
overall. Intermittent fasting is definitely an amazing strategy. I did intermittent fasting for a long time. I still do. I break the intermittent fasting. Like I usually do it twice a week, sometimes 3 times a week. But I definitely recommend intermittent fasting. But I also recommend um, reduction of carbs because one thing I did notice is that Filipinos love carbs and there's nothing wrong
Yeah.
with carbs.
Rice.
However,
Carbo overload.
exactly that's the problem.
Even our
Anything
desserts are made of rice.
exactly like every they say that with everything with moderation is fine, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And that
Like what
goes with
everyone
everything.
said.
And that goes with everything in life, right? Like if you want to, and fitness especially, if you're trying to, like me for example, I just told you guys I had ube cake yesterday, right?
Ube
But
cake.
I still, even though I have these things here and there, I still try to maintain my fitness level by, I watch the other things that I eat. So
Mhm.
I try to control and balance out how much carbs, for example, I have a day. So for example, if I'm having dinner, okay, I'm gonna give you a simple example from last night. If I'm having dinner and I know I'm gonna eat ube cake, which is like basically pure carbs.
Mhm.
It's just a lot of sugar and lots of fats too, but there's a lot of sugar. If I know I'm gonna have the uba cake and I love cake, if I know for sure I'm gonna have that after I finish dinner, one of the strategies that I use that is very simple is I just try to have less carbohydrates during my meals. So I
Mhm.
would either like avoid like I would either not drink juice or pop and just have water because
Mhm.
a glass of juice can have anywhere from like 15 to like 50 grams of sugar, right? Depending on what kind of juice it is and brands and whatnot. And I also reduce my carb intake, as in like rice or
Mhm.
pasta. If I love rice as well, but I know for sure that if I have too much rice, then I would have to have less cake, right? And I
Yes,
love cake
because
more than I love rice.
okay. Well, well, yeah,
You got a sweet tooth.
because, Ronald has a. I don't know if this is this is not a question. Like just one of his comments, and then he's talking about his favorite Brazilian dish.
Yeah, I love that. I see that.
It's feijoada.
Yes, feijoada, you would pronounce it.
What is
Feijoada.
the
Feijoada.
feijoada?
Feijoada, you can have it different ways, but a very typical one is they have lots of beans and
Mhm.
pork, and it's almost, some people have it a little thicker, some people have it a little thinner, more like a soup, almost like a soup.
Mhm.
So they tend to have a lot of,
Is it a
so it's
savory
it's
dish?
it is a
Is it a
savory dish.
savory
Yes,
dish?
yes. Yeah, so
So
basically
what
people
about?
put bacon, pieces
Oh,
of pork, and they
Mhm.
put it with the beans and they mix it all up. It's very good. It's very good.
So protein
maybe
and
this
legumes. Yeah, protein and legume.
maybe
Yeah.
it's the
Exactly.
secret of the beautiful people of Brazil.
Sorry, what was that?
Maybe it's one of the secrets of the beautiful people of Brazil.
Yeah, they stay
It
fit. I
could
mean,
be. It could be.
they're
We eat a lot of beans in Brazil for
Yes.
sure.
What
yeah.
A
about
lot.
Mhm.
mokoto? What is a mokoto?
Makoto.
Mokoto. Oh my god, that's shame on me because that's a very popular. It's some kind of sea. I actually don't know how to make mokoto,
Mm-hmm.
but as far as I know, it's more of like a sea dish.
A sea dish. Okay.
Yes,
So
yes,
Mm,
we
see
have
yes.
a
this.
message here from Mr. Ronald Badiang. Yes. Can you read it for us, Lucas?
Yes. Hi. Good evening, Mr. Canada. Being immersed here in the Philippines, what trait of Filipinos that you would like to share to people of your country? Hmm. And by trait, he means like what is specifically? I'm guessing like personality wise, like
Yes.
things about you
Yes,
guys.
yes.
Culture-wise, Filipino traits.
Culture wise,
Yeah,
Okay.
culture wise.
honestly, I know for a fact because I do have a few Brazilian friends here in the Philippines currently, and I know for sure Filipinos will get Brazilians will get along with Filipinos because of the personality and culture wise we're very
Mm-hmm.
similar. You guys are very warm. You guys are very welcoming. Welcoming. You guys are very social. You guys talk to everybody. You guys, you guys are very hospitable too.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't know. You guys are just happy people, very happy people, and I love that. And Brazilians, I knew that as soon as I stepped here. Like I said, in Toronto, I was already getting along with my Filipino friends, and I knew
Mm-hmm.
I would get along and get attached to the culture here as well because of that. Because you guys are
Mm-hmm.
very. I joke with my friends. I say you guys are the Latinos of Asia,
Yeah,
Well,
literally.
right?
the Reina Hispanoamericana 2017 is Filipina.
There you go. You see,
Yeah.
that's
She won
another sign of
over
that.
because we were like occupied by the Spain for 333 years.
Yeah, for
Yes,
the
yes.
record, yeah.
I got to
So
learn a little bit of history too here about your
is
history.
this message or question, but since
And
can't
and
understand it,
Pit
maybe you do.
trabajo.
This is from Lazo.
Lazo, yes, he says "en que trabalha," which means he's basically asking what I do as for work.
Mm,
So basically,
okay.
he wants to know what I do for working here. So yes, currently, just a little, if that matters, but a little bit of my background. So I did take because I mentioned the personal training. So I did take fitness back home. I went to
Mm-hmm.
college for fitness. I did work as a trainer there, and then I started getting to the modeling and the acting and like the brand ambassador stuff,
Mm-hmm.
like that business that is some kind of, in a way, it's connected. I also did a little bit of bartending back home, and then when I started getting more into this events side of business and this like field, I decided to take marketing. So I went back to college, and I took marketing and advertising, and then I graduated, and then I worked in the industry a bit longer after I came here. And then when I got here, it was mostly the pageant stuff, also the acting
Mm-hmm.
and modeling stuff, and
Okay,
a bit of personal training, a little bit of personal training, as I mentioned.
so do
But
you have any mm,
yes,
okay, do you have any plans of like staying here in the in the Philippines for a longer time and somehow seek for like a career or like into acting as you mentioned?
I do.
Mm-hmm.
I actually, I, I have many passions. I think that's one of the
Mm-hmm.
reasons why I wanted to do acting because I like a lot of things.
Yeah, you're
And
a
I
jack of
guess when
yeah,
you,
the jack of all trades. Yeah.
yeah, and I guess when you act, you get to taste a little bit of everything. You get to be
Yeah.
a lawyer, you get to be a trainer, you get to be a waiter, a
Yeah,
bartender, a
all you have to do is
salesperson.
to internalize. You have to
actually,
internalize all
some
those
Exactly.
roles.
actors are schizophrenic because of that.
Oh, is that true?
Yes, because they
Yeah,
live different
multiple
personalities.
personality. Yeah, multiple personality. Yeah.
Yeah, actually,
Hopefully,
yes. So you
no. I
do a
was
lot.
gonna say, hopefully, I don't get to that. I don't get to that point.
Okay. Here for I think you know him, but he has a question for you.
Ray, we used to be joining pageant in the future. Um, by the way, shout out to Ray. He's the one who gave me this amazing life experience.
Mm-hmm.
I actually met Ray we connected through Canada, through because he lives in Regina. It's another province in Canada.
Mm.
Him and his husband, they brought me to the Philippines. They brought me to the pageant. They were the ones who pretty much connected me to this world, because initially I wasn't too experienced
Mhm.
with I did have a lot of modeling experience. I have, like I walked Toronto Men's Fashion Week. I did some catalogs. I did some campaigns, like other
Mhm.
stuff, right? But the pageant world was a little bit new to me in a way. And Ray and his husband, they were like amazing. They treated me like one of their own, like family, like Filipinos do, right? You guys are very
Mhm.
hospitable, and that's how they were with me. They were so nice, and they basically, I wasn't initially, I was just gonna go to the pageant. My first plan was to just go do the pageant and then go back home, go back to Toronto. And Ray's like, Lucas, you should go to the Philippines. You should try doing some modeling. Try it for a few months. Try for a month, like I said, a month or two, which was what was in my head. He's like,
Mhm.
stay there a couple of days, and if you like it a lot, just stay longer.
Mhm.
And initially I was like, okay, I will go and we'll see. Like I didn't have too much faith, because
Mhm.
I think my heart was still fully back home. It's still in Canada because my family and everything. So I was like, okay, whatever. I go, I do the pageant, I stay like a month in the Philippines, then I go back
Mhm.
home. But like I said, ever since I stepped here, I've been falling more and more in love with the country. And you asked me before what my plans were, and Ray asked if I would join another pageant. Yes, if there's more opportunities coming up. I know with this whole Corona virus and quarantine stuff happening, I know it's hard, but yes to that, and also yes to possibly living here. That's like my future plan. Like I plan to go back to Canada, like visit my family and stay
Mhm.
there maybe a couple of months, and then after that I wanna
Here,
come back and visit.
and
Yeah.
there's another question here on one of the comments. Ronald was asking if you have been in Boracay and Palawan.
Mhm.
It's funny. Everybody asks me that, and unfortunately, no, I haven't yet. And I definitely
Mhm.
plan to go there before I leave to Canada again. And then
Yeah,
in the autumn, if
maybe
not, yeah, if not when I come back,
When you bring your
when I
with
family.
return.
Because actually, Boracay and Palawan have already always been awarded as the world's best island multiple
mhm.
Yes, I
times.
heard.
Multiple times. So actually, Boracay is my one of my favorite places to go to every summer. So just this year, we're not able to get to go there because of the pandemic, but I was able
Mm-hmm.
to enjoy Siargao before the pandemic,
Siargao.
before the quarantine started. So that's the first time. So
Yeah.
has another question for you.
How would you compare the girls from the Philippines, Canada, and Brazil? um, okay, let me think. They all have their fortes. I would say, like like no. Um, I guess the same way there's no perfect man in the world, there's no perfect woman, but they definitely all have their fortes. I would say, even though I love Canada, don't get me wrong. If anyone is Canadian and is listening to this, as much as I love Canada, and Canada is still technically my current home,
Mhm.
I would s- I would say Canada third place,
Oh, okay.
and nothing against Canadian
Mhm.
Canadian women. 'Cause by the way, they're beautiful. But I think because it's not just about looks, right? I think there's that cultural and personality connection.
Yes.
And as much as I think Filipinos are amazing, I think because I was born and raised in Brazil and my family is Brazilian, I have a more of a connection with the culture. Even though the
Mhm.
Filipino culture is very similar to mine,
Yes,
we
correct.
still have our differences, right? And I'm the kind of guy, like I think ahead in the future. So like if I were to let's if I were to reword the question and say which one would I choose? Because I also want to raise my kids, like I want my kids to speak Portuguese with my mom and dad and stuff
Mm.
like that. Like I see that in the future. or with my grandmother, stuff like that. So if I were to choose Brazil, but Filipinas and Canadian still amazing.
Mhm.
Actually, Brazil is the biggest, is the largest Catholic nation in the world, and that's one of the similarities that the Philippines have with Brazil.
Uh
We
huh.
really, we're really serious about our Catholic faith. I mean, I don't know what your religion is or your faith, but that's the
That's true.
similarity. One of the similarities. That's why a lot of similarities between Latin countries and the Philippines is because of the religion, because of the faith.
That's very true. That's also
Yes, that's right.
another thing that I definitely value. And I did notice Filipinas are very one of the things that I think Filipinos really stand out.
Mhm.
They are very caring. They're very and it's funny because I even came here before I came here. I was doing a shoot, and one of the photographer who was talking to me, he got married to a Filipina, and he said, you're gonna love the country and this and that. He's giving me like all this place, telling me all these places that I should visit. And then he mentioned that he's like, Lucas, Filipinos, they are very caring. Like they take care of their men in such a nice way. Like they're so caring. Like he's
Well,
saying that sometimes he would be so stressed at work, for example, and then he would get home and his wife would just like put him in a different mood. And I thought
well,
it was very nice.
Lucas, with the body like that and with the face that you have, right? I mean, for sure, Filipino women, Filipino women or Canadian women, or even a lot of Filipino men would also be lining up to get your attention. But before we enter our interview with you, could you like
Yes.
mention how can producers or your future Maria Claras, yes, well, future Maria Claras get in touch with you. But before we invite them to
Yes.
add you or to follow you,
Yes.
yes, actually, Ronald, that's true. If you dig a hole in the Philippines, go. That's another. If you dig a hole through the Philippines all the way straight to the other side of the globe, it will be Brazil.
Um,
Yeah.
yes,
Actually,
if I had
yes.
if I wait, are you relating that to the question that he did? Wait.
No, no, it's not. It's just a trivia.
Yeah. If you
That's
dig a
Oh, he
hole in the
how
dig a
Philippines
hole in
passing through the
Brazil.
center of the earth, you will get out of Brazil. So maybe
Oh,
we're in the same zone,
sorry.
same latitude.
I just
Yeah.
I just read that. Sorry.
It's
And
a
that's true. And
trivia.
and
It's a
and
trivia. Yeah.
yeah, and that's
Actually, this is
definitely
true.
I think it might be true. Yeah, and I think yeah, I think so.
Okay, it is actually true. So we've already
Oh,
known
it
this
is
since
true.
it is true. That's when you do a straight, when you dig straight down
Yeah.
Earth's core and then you go out of the other side of the world, of the globe, that
It's
Oh,
will be,
interesting.
Brazil. Yeah.
yes.
Interesting.
We're
Interesting.
in we're in the same latitude.
Well, thank you for joining us because last week we were able to guest Miss Iran, who is in asylum in the Philippines and taking refuge, and hopefully
Uh-huh.
she's also applied for as a refugee
Uh,
in Canada.
yeah, Canada.
Now
Yes,
we have you here. You're stranded in the Philippines because of the pandemic, but at the same time you're enjoying your stay and enjoying the food. So please invite
200%.
Yes, please invite our viewers to where to they can catch you or where they can follow you or get in touch with you for future projects.
Yes, so you guys can either find me. I think the best place is on my Instagram, where I find myself a little bit more active, and that's usually where I get most of my work, anyways. Facebook I use more for like family stuff, like that's where I usually have most of my family, and I don't use it as much, but I definitely use Instagram for work. It's Lucas, my first name, so Lucas underscore Bertolino. So first name underscore last name. And I think I can. There's a chat here. If I were to send it to you
Yeah,
guys, does it show or no?
it
There you go.
wouldn't,
I
but I'll
sent
be
it.
able to copy it. Please send it, and I'll be able to
There
copy
you
it.
go. I sent it on
Mhm.
a chat here. There's like
Yes,
there's
this
something that
is
says private chat.
now
Yeah.
this is your
Here.
Instagram address, right?
Yes.
That's right. That's right.
I think so. Yes. Here it
So
is.
I'll
Yeah.
add this into a banner, and then This is at sign, right? For Instagram.
Yeah.
That's
Again,
from
at
Instagram. Yeah.
okay, at Lucas underscore Bertolino. That's his
Yes, at
Instagram account.
Lucas underscore Bertolino. That's right.
Hmm. You may just follow him right away. Grab your phones.
Oh, so in other words, trademark.
Yeah.
I use the trademark. Yeah.
Sorry, that's too
Oh,
small.
that's nice. You guys can put it on the screen. That's amazing. That'll
Yeah.
be easier for them to find it.
Following it.
But yeah,
Okay.
just
Oh,
well,
Yes.
oh,
you're just
Mm,
missing the L there.
yes, actually,
But
it's
honestly, if
mm-hmm.
you guys are looking for, I ideally
right.
also some. That's correct. There you go, right below,
Mm-hmm.
guys. So anything related to acting, modeling, personal training, these are some of the passions that I have, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
actually looking into getting into hosting eventually. A lot of people told me to do that. I was actually a judge for a pageant too. That was a lot of fun.
What pageant was that? Here in the
That
Philippines?
was that was in La Union. Yes,
Ah,
it was
okay.
a very nice. It was a very fun experience,
Mm-hmm.
and
One of La Union is, well, that was March. Mutiati La Union, no, or different one.
that's right. That's right. That's right.
Ah, okay,
That's
you
the
were
one.
there. Ah, okay.
I was there. Yeah, I got to be one of the judges, and it was an amazing experience. It was a lot of fun.
TPP was there.
Uh, Sorry.
I'm
Yes,
sorry. TTP was there. I mean, the Philippine pageantry was also there to cover the event, to cover the pageant.
Yeah, I think
well,
so.
anyway, yes, guys, so you're able to follow him, see more of him on his Instagram account, and then get
Mm-hmm.
in touch with him there at Lucas Bertolino on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's right.
more of his photos there. And then again, thank you, Lucas. We
Thank
wish
you
you
so
the best.
much, guys.
We
Thank
hope to get
you.
in touch with you again in the future. And
I hope so as
also
well. Likewise.
enjoy your pandemic stay in the Philippines.
Your
And
I
lockdown
am.
holiday. Your lockdown holiday.
Yeah, pretty much.
You're on a lockdown
enjoy all
holiday.
the food, but be careful, okay?
Yeah. Be
Thank
careful
you
with the
so much,
carbs.
guys. You guys were amazing. It
Okay.
Thank
was an
Thank
amazing
you.
experience. Thank you so much.
thank you,
God
Muito
and
bless. Stay
obrigado.
home. Stay safe. De
Yeah.
nada.
Muito
dinner.
obrigado.
Yes. Muito
Take care,
obrigado.
guys. Take care. Bye
Bye.
now.
Wow. Well, he's
Okay.
a very, very charming guy. Look,
Yes.
very
Yes.
charming guy. So before we continue, we have like 10 more minutes to finish our news reports with the other before we have the last episode of Ashley Night, right?
Ashy night.
First
Yes.
season, for their first
Mm-hmm.
season, wherein we're going to be able to invite the members of the community who've been following us here in the Philippine Pageantry and Ashley Night. So, okay. Um,
Yes.
Gerard, do you know that the recent conviction
Mm-hmm.
of Maria Ressa has connections with pageantry?
I think I heard about it. Yes, I heard about it.
Mhm. The recent guilty verdict handed down by the Manila Regional Trial Court, Branch 46 Judge Reynalda Estacio Montesa, finding Maria Ressa of Rappler guilty of cyber libel, is connected to two national pageants here in the Philippines.
Sounds interesting. So, what are those pageants?
Well, later on, her co-convict Reynaldo Santos Jr. is connected to a national pageant. I will not
Mhm.
mention the name of the national pageant.
Okay.
Of its PR and marketing staff, and the decision of the judge, that's one of the connections. And then the
Mhm.
decision of the judge is mainly based on a petition for certiorari filed by Mr. Gay World Philippines 2010 and Mr. Gay World Philippines National Director Wilbert Tolentino.
Mhm.
That's Wilbert Tolentino.
Okay.
Here, um, Wilbert Tolentino verified with us this petition for clarification filed at the Supreme Court, which then gave the definition of the 15 years prescription for someone to file a cyber libel case against anyone.
Mhm.
Before kasi, for libel, for the old law in libel, the
Mhm.
prescription period is only 1 year.
Yes, 1 year.
And is with the new Cybercrime Act of 2014 or 12. Well, of the new Cybercrime Act law,
Mhm.
there's this provision in the revised penal code that if a special law is
Mhm.
about the same, the what do you call this? If it's kind of above the classification of the same law, like the libel and this is cyber law, and it's above a special law, the
Mhm.
prescription period becomes 15 years. And this petition filed by Mr. Wilbert Tolentino of Mr. Gay World Philippines has paved the way for the decision of the judge that
Mhm.
the contention of the defense of Mr. of Maria Ressa that actually they did not present any proof if Mr. The one who filed the case against them is actually um, what they describe in their article, but their
Mhm.
defense was actually more of the prescription period,
Yes.
that it's just 1 year. So that's where they contested. So, but actually, because of this earlier decision by the Supreme Court of this um, of this petition filed by Mr. Wilbert Tolentino to clarify
Mhm.
if it's just 1 year or whatever, and the Supreme Court has handed out this decision
To 15 years.
that it's 15 years. So if
Mhm. 15 years.
you're libeled, if your something was written on you about you that is malicious,
Mhm.
and the one who can file the case against you have 15 years, within 15 years to file. For somebody did something on me online, wrote
Mhm.
something about me that is malicious and that is not true online, I have 15 years from now, like 2020 to 2035, before that I can file the case against them and it will still be
Mhm.
valid. So that is one connection. That so it's a huge connection. There's two huge
Yes, it
connections.
is. It is.
It is right. So basically, that's it. So now let's continue with the other news that we have.
Okay. So Miss Earth Philippines or Miss Philippines Earth is fast approaching, and the coronation it will be on the 5th of July, right? And it's gonna be aired in GMA 7. And
Yes.
for the fast track of the competition, we have the other or the next set of the
Yes,
mine.
actually, yes. Not really a
Mhm.
fast track, but yes.
Yeah, we have like they just like done with the minor competition, and
Yes.
then we have the minor competition winners.
Sportswear
We got the
competition.
sportswear competition winners. Okay, we have Riza Infante, the gold medalist. She's from Negros Occidental. The silver medalist Mia Llanes from Dubai, UAE, and then the bronze medalist June Pineda from Agusan del Sur. So we
Actually,
also have. Mhm.
PP is was part of
Yes, I think
judging.
you were one of the judging panel. You're one of the members of the judging panel. Was it hard? Was it
It
hard to judge online?
it was whether online or on stage or in the
Yes.
actual pageant. It's really hard because you really have to scrutinize a lot of stuff to really
Mm-hmm.
understand. Because you have to know also that these ladies prepared well or prepared
Mm-hmm.
something to present to you guys, and you're going to judge them based on the categories or on the same equal categories. But
Mm-hmm.
congratulations again to Riza Paula Infante, who was so ecstatic when it was announced that she won the sports competition. She was wearing
Mm-hmm.
her actual swimwear because she competes for the national swimming competition for the
Uh,
Philippines.
so
Also,
she's part of the national team.
yes, and
I see.
congratulations to the silver medalist Llanes representing the Filipino community of Dubai. She
Mm-hmm.
was so gorgeous with her outfit, with how she entered the online presentation in
Mm-hmm.
that sports car, and her
Uh,
sexy out.
racer. She was a racer.
She was a racer, or
Racer.
yeah, di ba?
Mm-hmm.
Talaga, and she was gorgeous. She reminded us of Venus Ra. She was so gorgeous. We'll
Mm-hmm.
be able to see more of her very soon, I believe. And then, of course,
Okay.
another one that is very timely and very good with her outfit was June Saira Pineda, the bronze medalist.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's continue
So
with
let's
the.
continue. Okay. For the casual wear competition winners, okay, we have gold for Shane Tormes from Atimonan, Quezon. We have silver medalist Japet Lasco from Zamboanga del Sur, and the bronze medalist China J. Chu from Iloilo City.
Oh, congratulations to all the winners and good
Yes.
luck because they just had their competition for the intelligence in the interview.
Yeah, they just like finished the intelligence round, right? Uh, the
Yes.
interview. Yeah.
Yes.
So do we have the results for that? Do we have results
No,
for
no,
the?
they're not going to be releasing the results
Okay.
because that's part of the actual pageant. The
It's
for
like
the
a closed door.
finalists.
It's like a closed door interview, but they put it on the platform so that people could,
Could see what's happening.
somehow, yeah, they know
Well,
what's happening in the.
before we end, we have like a couple of minutes to end this.
Mm-hmm.
We're sorry, very sorry to hear about the news of the Pageantry News International page about Miss Colombia. That
Yes, Miss Colombia. She reveals that that she reveals amputation of her left foot due to ischemia. So this is a very sad news for her, and she competed last 2012 at Miss Universe. Her batchmate was Janine Togonon,
and I
and
saw
then
that the Pageantry News International page posted
yes,
that what happened was she really lost her left leg. I thought left leg. It was
yes,
the
yes,
left foot because I
yeah,
thought it
leg.
because I thought it was just like the part of the left foot.
Yeah, but as I saw on the photos, it's like from the knee down, so the whole leg, not just the foot. Because actually this resulted from the like complication from her previous
Hear that?
operations. Yeah,
So
so the last resort for for the doctors is to amputate the part of that leg, enable for the for her condition to be better. I think
yes,
that's the way that the best way that they could like do.
before
And
we end
then
our
mhm,
episode for this week, Gerard, we still have
mhm.
one more news left to say. So let's just squeeze through it, and it's about the
Yeah.
Venezuela.
Yeah, I heard about Miss Venezuela. Okay, despite the pandemic, they managed to have their competition. It's gonna be on 24th of September, but the competition, the selection process will start on the 26th of June. So they call it the Road to Miss Venezuela. So the
Well,
competition proper will start on the 26th of June, and the coronation night will be in September 24. So
anyway,
watch out for that.
the
Mhm.
show must go on, right?
The show
Anyway,
must go on. Actually, yeah.
thank you, Gerard. We're ending our second episode for TPP News Live, and then come back here again next week, guys, for more updates and news, the latest for the week, and some insider tidbits on the
Mhm.
behind the news. So, guys, that's it for TPP News Live, and see you again here next week as we bring to you the week's latest news and happenings. Well, guys, after this, we're having the Ashley Knights live now here already at the
Mhm.
Philippine Pageantry. So good luck to them as they end their first season, and they
Mhm.
will be taking over their slot next week.
Mhm.
Bye, guys.
So, bye,
Gerard.
Tristan. Good night.
Good night. God bless everyone. Be careful. Be safe.
Yeah. Bye.